Daniel Marwecki, a senior teaching fellow at the School of Oriental and African Studies at the University of London. Really good to speak to you today. So Germany was relatively late to acquire African colonies and their rule was somewhat violent. Why was that?
Look, Germany at the time was united by Prussia, right? And the province of Prussia was basically an army. So what you had was Germany as a country was basically an army that was highly racist. But you had a militarized racist country. That, of course, makes for a violent mix. That being said, I don't think that Germany was the only violent colonial power. Colonialism as a whole was a brutal phenomenon which people in the global south know and people in Europe tend to forget, right? So Germany is part of a broader story of extreme violence. And Germany is only now beginning to reckon with that colonial past. We are just at the very beginning of even assuming responsibility for the colonial crimes of the past.
And how do you make reparations for something like this? Some people might consider 10 million euros that was offered to be small fry when considering the actual event that happened that prompted this reparation offer.
Of course, look, I mean, this is the equivalent of me inviting you for a drink because I killed your ancestors, right? So from a Namibian point of view, I can understand that this feels like an insult. But we need to remember that reparations are a political question, and politics is about negotiations, it's about bargaining. So we're at the beginning of a negotiations and bargaining process. And remember, post-World War II, after the Holocaust, Germany was very hesitant to pay anything in terms of reparations. Many victims of that time have gone uncompensated until today. So we are only just now at the very beginning of a much broader process of reckoning with colonialism in Germany, which is a country that is marked by colonial amnesia and accordant racism.
OK, Daniel Marwecki from the School of Oriental and African Studies in London. Many thanks indeed for being on the programme.